Cream here with another Genshin Impact video. This time we'll be covering a physical set for Zhongli. We won't be covering the Gladiator set because the Gladiator set versus the Bloodstain is more or less your personal preference. I like to do plunge attacks and charge attacks, so I'm going to be doing a two-piece, but if you want to go full Gladiators, then go full Gladiators. It works too. And we're going to be comparing the Crescent Pike versus the Dragonspine Spear. The results are actually kind of interesting. My Pike is at rank 2, my Spear is at rank 1, so it's not exactly even. And we're going to be going into the Valley of Remembrance because it has a plus 75 physical damage buff. So that's gonna be nice. And I normally say this at the end of the video, but I'll say it now. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and feel free to leave any suggestions in the comments below for future videos. There will be a timestamp in the comments to each part of the test if you want to just skip around. And now on to the stats. So the stats for the Dragonspine are actually pretty interesting. It's got almost twice the value of the physical damage bonus when compared to the Pike, but the base value is less by about 96. So it scales differently, but it's interesting. This is the two-piece I was talking about. I got this up to 20, and this is still at 5. So the damage could be much higher right now, especially if I put the Gladiators on right now and just went full Gladiators. And, yeah, you really can decide if you want to go Gladiators or Bloodstain with this, because, well, the extra 35% attack for normal attacks might be the trade-off that you want. But I'm going to be going for plunge attacks and charge attacks with this build because, well, my plunge attack and my charge attack actually scales nicely. Alright, moving on to the attributes so that we can actually see how the stats lie. Going up to the top. My health is very low now, unfortunately. I'd prefer to have more health, but having the crit damage and having this physical damage, it's part of the DPS trade-off. So we're going to go into the final stage of the valley, and as you saw, there was a 75% buff. And we're going to eat this food so that we have more crit chance. That way we can actually get the crit values with this. Normally I wouldn't be doing this, but we're going to go ahead and have the damage numbers here on the side for everything at once, so that it makes it a little bit more convenient, because all the little tiny bursts going on. Kind of hard to see. I actually had to slow it down to get all the values. But yeah, look how fast that is. It's just smooth. So smooth. Oh, and here's something interesting. Yeah, the Petrify effect doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything at all. I was under the impression that whenever you petrified an enemy, it would actually boost the physical damage that you do against them, but the values were exactly the same, so that's obviously either not implemented or not correct. But let's go ahead and move on to the next weapon, the Crescent Pike. I would advise you to go ahead and get the Pike Max Refined if you already have one going, instead of getting the Dragonspine going, because the Pike is an impressive weapon, and it's been something that we could craft for a while now. So, I learned something new about this. The damage boosts that you get from it, from picking up the orbs and whatever, they are applied separate to your DPS. You'll see a number pop up next to them. For me, it's 614, and that value can crit. Just like the ice particles can crit from the Dragonspine. Looking at the damage results, the Dragonspine actually edged ahead just slightly, not counting the weapon ability. The weapon ability of the Crescent Pike constantly ticking is actually more convenient, but I will say this, if you have one of these weapons slightly built up, go ahead and finish it off. You're not going to go wrong with either or of these. And honestly, if you're looking forward to some of the future 5 stars that happen to have cryo built into their kit and also happen to be, you know, a polearm user, I'd go ahead and say get the Dragonspine, go ahead and work on it a little bit. You're not going to go wrong with either of these. Also, if you can superconduct, oh, that's going to be nice. I didn't bring superconduct during these tests. I wanted to keep it, for the most part, even. And right now we're just using some Geo characters just for some fun. Just because this particular stage was extremely annoying, thanks to the Electro going on constantly. So we're just having a little bit of revenge, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And like I said at the start, if you have any suggestions for future videos, go ahead and leave a comment. That way I know what to make next.
なし。やっせっはっ逃げられる。
無駄な努力をやめたよ。
剣女盤石。やっやっやっ天理チョーク。
さようなら。
剣女盤石。はっ